Hi, this is Sachii, and when you're receiving this video, or at least seeing this, I am most likely in the auto shop editing this. Basically, my car needs an oil change, I'm getting my tires rotated, and, we're gonna check on what's actually going on with the car, because it's acting up. But the acting up isn't that bad, I'm just a nervous driver, whatnot. So anyway, I'm making new envelopes today, because right now I am a little tired, and, I want to make sure that I have new envelopes because these particular envelopes were messed up in the making when I made them, because again I make vellum. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on how to make these vellum envelopes because I personally want to be known more for my watercolors than I am for my finance. And if you hear barking in the background, that is my dog. She just got a bath and she is very, very mad at me. So yeah, she will be distracted for a little bit. So in any case, I'm going to start. Of note, this is a stock photo. It's called the Silent Princess from Legend of Zelda. I would prefer not to use copyrighted things, but I think in this case, with what the secret actually is, I'd like to do something a little bit more unique for it. Obviously, my dog meowed. This is a stock photo, and gifts we're gonna have fun with. Yeah. So at least I hope we can have fun with it. It depends on how I do it. Right, let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to start off with Miel because this is a, no, excuse me. I'm going to start off with the Silent Princess because this is going to be the hardest one to work on. And then Miel, and then we're going to have, intermixed will be gifts, but I have to do something unique for that, for my vision. So anyway, let's get started. If you've watched some of my watercolor paintings before, I think you'd very much notice that I only really use, I have a spray bottle now. Yeah, I 100% have a spray bottle now, and I don't remember where I put it. Wait, what is this? Is this a spray bottle? Wait. Let's see. Yeah, this is a spray bottle. Okay, yeah, okay. I 100% bought one, and, so now I can actually do what I want to with, yeah, unfortunately it caught some of the vellum, but that's okay because vellum, the good thing about vellum is that vellum can be ironed out, and that's what I plan on doing before I make these cash stuffing envelopes. When I do the envelopes, I actually work in two different locations. I work on my kitchen table and this desk. This desk is strictly for, now it's folding. Okay, that was a terrible idea. I should have done that before. When I, so the kitchen table, I work on there because there's a lot more room. This table is very small. It's a small Korean table that I've had since I was a little girl. And I love it because it's small and it's perfect size for me, but it's also like very difficult to work with simply because it's the size of it. As you can see, it's pretty cluttered. And I kind of wish that it wasn't so cluttered, but you know, beggars can't be choosers, and I am just trying my best to get around. I have no intentions on changing this table because it has so much sentimental value for me. Yeah. So anyway. Yeah, and one of these days I'll be confident enough to do my own designs. Just right now I'm not there yet. I've been watercoloring for the past 4 years, and I'm not bad at it, in my opinion. I mean, everyone has their own opinions about how watercolor works or whatnot. I don't think I'm that bad of it. The issue that I have is that I'm a little bit more nervous when it comes to it because you can't make a mistake, and that's the one thing that you just have to accept when it comes to watercolor. So, yeah, I really shouldn't have sprayed that because this is now going to get annoying, but you know what? This is how you learn. Or I should have sprayed it before I started. Anyway, okay, so now we're going to go into, well, I can't really get into the gifts one because this is dry and this is wet. And in order for me to get to the gifts one, I have to cover it. So, we're going to work on, if I can find it. Okay, here. Yeah. I'm going to put something on here so that it's not so annoying. Yeah, I didn't plan that out correctly, but it's okay. This is how I learn. I'm going to keep Miel's like super simple because she's like, I just want hers to be a little bit more professional looking. The others, I can be a little bit more whimsical. With Miel, she's my baby. I just really want to make sure that she's well taken care of, and she stopped barking, so I think she found a mud puddle to roll in. Yeah. Also, any tips on how to keep cats out of the yard? My neighbor's cat is a roamer, and I don't, like, I'm not the biggest fan of cats, but, you know, animals will be animals. All animals are sacred. The cat likes to use my front yard as their litter box, and I'm kind of getting annoyed with it because, yeah, any tips on how to get rid of cats? Because I really don't want to, I don't know how to take care of a cat, and I don't know whether or not, like, I can just pick up the poop, or regardless, it's not my job to pick up the poop just because the cat thinks of my yard as a personal litter box. Okay, so we're gonna start off with, yeah, this is gonna be super annoying, but I did this to myself, and I have a rule that if I do something to myself, I can't really complain about it because it's my fault. So, yeah. And let me just continue doing this, and then, okay, and then now we're gonna, and then I'll let that dry for a little bit, before I get into the next portion, which is the gifts portion. The gifts is going to be fun, just because I like doing this kind of stuff, and also too, I'm thinking of my nephew as I'm doing this. I'm only going to show the final portion of the envelopes, not the process of the vellum, just because I'm still learning, and I don't, while I'm still learning, I don't feel comfortable showing the process quite yet, just because, like, there's too many mistakes that are being made. Why am I bleeding? No, it's not blood. Okay, it's something else. Okay, good. Because I don't need... Last one, and then we'll get to the gifts. And then I'm going to have to let it dry, because once I work on the gifts a little bit, it's not going to be... I'll probably pause this in between dryings or just talk about something while I'm letting it dry. I don't have a hairdryer yet, because a particular dog that I know that is very cute, very sweet, and someone that's, okay, yeah, okay, that's something that I'm going to need to work on, a bit, but this is why I'm doing it now. Okay, so yeah, a particular dog that I know and like, she broke my hairdryer because she likes to shed. So, yeah, I don't really quite have a hairdryer right now. Okay, so we're gonna move this down for now, and we're gonna put this on, and now it's time. Okay, so get a bigger brush for this. Then we got some water, we'll start off with red first, okay? And now let's get an even bigger brush. Then what I'm doing is I'm trying to replicate confetti. Not sure if it's gonna work. It worked. I had this vision in my mind, wanted to try it, and so it might be a bit much. It might not be enough. Regardless, I'm trying. Yeah. I've done this thing a few times too, so I know it gets messy and I like it, but yeah, so. And it looks like the vellum kind of, I'm going to add a little bit of blue, and then I'll probably stop because it might be too much, and then I'm going to go over the vellum again with the colors. But yeah. Okay, so we're good on that front. Now I just need to clean this up a little bit. Watercolor is usually pretty easy to clean up, except for This particular mat actually isn't as water soluble as I thought it would be. So I won't say a bit annoyed, but just it's the nature of the beast. That's okay. And as long as I clean it up fast, it should be fine. I didn't clean this portion fast, so it makes sense why it didn't work. But now, let me just wipe this off too. I also need to make a new one of these, but that's going to be my next cash stuffing issue. And yeah. So, okay. So gifts is kind of done. I might add a little bit more of the, oh, words fail me right now. Like more detail when it comes to the confetti, so it's a little bit more obvious that it's confetti. But for now, I'm okay with it. Let me readjust this again. Okay, there. And then now we're gonna work on a darker green and. So, fun fact, I'm not the biggest Legend of Zelda fan. I mean, I am a fan, just not like, I haven't played all the games like I have with Final Fantasy. I learned how to make my dog come on recall with Epona's song, and it's really funny. It's hard for me to take a video of it while I'm doing it because I have the ocarina in my hands and she's obviously, you know, focused on me. So I don't have a video, but I plan on putting a video of it up at some point just because it's, you know, whenever people see it, they think it's the funniest thing because they, you know, you don't expect a dog to understand a recall like that, but especially since she runs like a horse. So then we're gonna add some yellow. That's not mixing very well. I don't know. And it's kind of making me worry, but at the same time, this is why we're doing this. I need to, so, I'm gonna go over it again with this light blue, and we'll see. Okay, that's slightly better. I'm not the biggest fan of outlines, just because I get nervous. I don't think I can do them well. This one's definitely going to need an outline when it dries. But now let's focus on gifts to make it a little bit more confetti-ish, because this just looks like a raging mess. It's looking a little better. I mean, there's only so much I can do, you know, especially since I decided to just go for it. Okay, so now I might clean up the oh, I'm going to, because I just opened it up. I'm gonna clean up some of the lines here. I know it's not perfectly centered on the piece right now, so it's a little bit difficult, but at least I can do is make the lines a little bit more straight and more clean. Okay, and then okay, I don't really know how I feel about this right now. I mean, granted, I haven't really, I think the biggest part that I'm having right now is the paper's buckling, and so I'm overthinking it. And it looks like it's not really blending as well as I'd like, but again, once I put the outline on, I think it will really help. But for now, we're gonna make this super blue. wanted to do a bougainvillea for this because the secret involves the country of Greece. But bougainvilleas are really hard to draw, and I got very nervous, and so as a result, no bougainvilleas. But yeah, the secret involves the country of Greece. To those that are very, very savvy, you probably already figured out what the secret is, but I'm waiting for more details to come out before I announce what the secret is. But it's pretty. I mean, granted, I'm the one hiding it. I think it's pretty obvious the person that's involved in it already knows about it too, and hasn't said anything and hasn't told me to stop. So like, yeah, this whole situation's a bit of a mess, but it's a mess out of my own volition, not out of anything else that I've done. I'm gonna add a little bit of gray here just to like add some texture and add some depth. But again, I'm gonna go over this with once it dries with a pen, because I think that really helped out the last time, especially with some of my other drawings. Okay, so I think this portion is dry enough that I can do this. That's the one drawback about being a watercolor painter working on these, is the fact that water and vellum are not exactly the easiest things to work with, and that's why I've been struggling so hard to make these cute envelopes that I want to. But at the same time, I'm appreciative of the journey, just because I am learning along the way, and things are getting significantly I won't say easier, but just I'm learning. That's the main portion of what I need to do. So I'm gonna wrap this around. I'm gonna probably remake these a lot, just because like I'm really enjoying the fact that I'm painting more, because I haven't done it in so long. Yeah, it needs to dry probably a little bit more, but you know what? We are here. We are surviving. We are somehow thriving. And then that stem should have been green. I decided not to make it green just because I don't think it would really show up on the vellum. So I'm just making it black so that it's obvious that there's a stem. And then with that, I'm probably going to toss out the secret one, to be completely honest, because it doesn't look good. This is one of those things that I tried. I definitely did try, just unfortunately, either through impatience, lack of talent, and or just a whole bunch of other factors, it's not coming out the way that I want it to. Or just the mere fact that I didn't layer it correctly. Let me try and layer one more time to make it a little bit more blue. Because I think this is more of a layering issue, more so than lack of talent. But again, I'm using a computer stock generated image to get my reference, and it's never going to be perfect that way. Well, I mean, when it comes to the human portion. But the least I can do is try, and then I can just redo it again and again until I get it right. Everything's worth a try at least once, and I tried. And I do need a new secret envelope because mine did break because I put too many 20s in there. So yeah, with that, When I come back, I'll show the finished envelopes. Maybe I'll be okay with it, maybe I won't, but we'll see you in about, I'd say it'd take me about 40 minutes to do this. So the best part about being a chaotic mess like I am is the fact that I actually find things that work, and the glare and whatnot of my video setup is kind of annoying, and so I realized that my rotating lamp is rotatable, and thus that's why the angle is a little bit different. I'm going to play around with it for a bit, but let's just go on with what I intended to do. Okay, so this is my initial design. It's a wreath with pink flowers on it and whatnot. So let's, unfortunately only one of these came out because it looks like I never flipped over the laminate to do the pouches, but that's okay because every attempt is a lesson, and I'll be a little bit more cognizant next time. So anyway, so this is the initial design. This is what I came up with. Let me take off the placeholder in the beginning, but I'm not, like, I know it could be better. I legitimately know it could be better. But given the circumstances and whatnot, I'm okay with this. I'm like, I'll probably redo it, to be completely honest, because that's the type of person I am. But at least, one, I know the dimensions I need to do. Two, when I first did this one, I only did, so I did the vellum, then I did the pouch, and then I put the 5mm over it. I saw a tutorial that was like, when you do the vellum, do 3mm so that it's more sturdy, and then do the pouch, and then do the 5mm. And I personally really like it, and I'm going to keep on doing it, but I'm going to make new designs now that I understand how it works. And I also did everything on my little table, so that's a plus. I don't have to move stuff up and down the stairs. Okay. I'm a little sad that this one didn't work out. Obviously I didn't put hole punches on it. I didn't do the sides because there's no reason to, because it doesn't open. But I love the way this turned out. The next time I do an envelope, I will most likely redo this one just because this is really cute. And I know I used a stock photo. I'm really happy about it, but unfortunately mistakes were made, things happen, and now I've learned my lesson. So, okay. Last one, gifts. I like this a lot, but again, same issue. So it looks like there is a bit of a pouch, but I think it's more of a mistake than anything. Regardless, didn't finish it, just there was no reason to, and I just am a little bit disappointed, but the fact is, I got a good one. Design's not perfect, but again, I'm going to be remaking these like crazy just because now I know how to do it. It's fun, and I just, yeah, so, thanks for joining me on this journey. Eventually, what my goal is to make these pretty envelopes that are custom made for watercolor. Because these, honestly, the watercolor portion, and it's already breaking. Oh my gosh, okay. I'm gonna have to put it through the laminator again. But honestly, like, doing these, it's relaxing, and it's actually, depending on the design, like this one takes me, like, if I do 3 of them, maybe 15 minutes the most. This one took me a little longer because I'm not used to it. It's fun, it's relaxing, and I really enjoy it. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and hopefully I can start sharing these with the world a little bit more once I get more comfortable.